Welcome back. Welcome back to this part 2 video and answering the test question concerning finding the tax on a pair of socks for $8.73. And what is the total cost of the item, the pair of socks? And this part 2 video, I will show you some really important key knowledge, skills, and abilities that you need to have in order to answer this particular type of question. So, when we are reviewing key knowledge, skills, oh my goodness, and abilities, there we go. Knowledge, skills, and abilities on how to convert percent to decimal is super important, right? So, understand that the tax was 7% in this particular problem. So in order to determine what value 7% represents in the cost of the pair of socks that was $8.73, we need to convert this percent or tax percentage into a decimal. So I'm showing you 7% equals 0.07 or 700ths. You can say this as 700ths. 0.07 is just as good. So you need to convert the percent into a decimal. You're asking, how did you do that? How did you convert that percent into a decimal? Let me show you. By the way, I also have a number of videos converting fractions into decimals into percents and vice versa. Percent into decimal into a fraction, or a percent into a fraction into a decimal would be more accurate. So what I did here is I want to show you that in order to convert this percentage into a decimal, there's an invisible decimal point right here to the right of the 7 and to the left of the percentage symbol. And I'm showing you that right here, right? It's an invisible decimal, right? And so you take that decimal, you move it 2 places to the left 2 times. That's what you see here. This is my ... invisible 0. But you move it 2 places to the left, the decimal stays here, and you end up with 0.07. So 7% as a decimal is 0.07. They're both equivalent to each other. 0.07 or 700ths is equal to 7%. It's just a different way of writing it, right? And so that's how you convert this percentage into a decimal. Now, in order to find the actual tax, what 7% of $8.73 is, in order to find that tax, you're going to multiply 0.07 times the cost of the item. Any item in the world, but in this particular example, the item is $8.73. So you're going to multiply the value of the tax as a decimal, 0.07, times the cost of the item in order to find the tax. So 0.07 times 8.73 or $8.73 equals 61 cents. That is going to be your tax. The answer is B, 61 cents. But is tax a discount where you would subtract it from the total cost of the item? Here it's a pair of socks. Or is tax an addition and you would add it to the total to get the total cost of the $8.73 pair of socks? Well, stick around. In part 3, I'm going to share that answer with you along with some suggestive study guides you can search for on the internet for free to help you practice these knowledge, skills, and abilities. So the answer for this first test question is B. 61 cents is going to be the tax, which represents 7% of $8.73. Thank you for joining me. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe.